Emerging economies in Asia are already feeling the effects of the Eurozone debt crisis. China, for example, reported that its trade activity grew at its slowest pace in 7 months, and the news doesn't get any better. The International Monetary Fund has downgraded its outlook for the region's emerging economies, as it does not expect Asia to remain immune from the downturn in Europe and the US. The IMF is now forecasting that emerging Asia will grow 7.7%, down from its earlier forecast of 8%. Countries with strong domestic consumption like China, India and Indonesia are expected to do well in the medium term, says ANZ's chief economist at the recent global metropolis, Singapore.
China, which is going through nothing less than an infrastructure boom, and a miracle in many respects, the way that they're building out whole road systems, rail systems, cities. And this isn't going to stop anytime soon. At the very core of this infrastructure spending is the process of urbanisation in the emerging economies, where people are moving from rural and regional areas into big cities. We've got about 420 million in China alone, another 550 million in India. Now, these are longer-term trends, but it means that this infrastructure spending has to be put in place now. So it's our very strong view that this infrastructure boom is going to last for decades, not years, and that we're really only at the beginning of it.
And ANZ says the recent market pullback from emerging economies has created opportunities for investors.
You want to be looking to be buying any weakness, I think, in the underlying economies that we are confident of. And I think most of the economies in Asia, depending on what sector or industry you want to invest in, have got good long-term stories. And I think that's the same for Australia and New Zealand, Canada as well.